Alrighty, howdy neighbors and welcome to Cinderella Phenomenon Evermore. This is a game that I saw and I was like, that could be interesting. Lots of things have to do with flowers, and I actually quite happen to like looking at them. Let's go. After you've made a choice, watch out for the right choice indicator, which will appear at the top right hand corner of the screen. It's gonna be turned off in the settings. Oh fuck, I'm gonna be judged. This is not what I wanted. I want to be judgment free. I want to break free. Remember, good things come to those who wait. Until midnight. I don't. It's not even midnight right now. Get fucked. Once upon a time in a land far, far away, there lived a princess. She was known as the Ice Princess, named for her frigid heart and unyielding coldness toward others. The princess shunned all who sought to help her. She was scared to go out into the world, so she locked herself up in her in her palace. I can't read. Then one day, the Ice Princess became the victim of the infamous fairy tale curse and was forced to go from riches to rags. As the princess struggled to come to terms with her new life, she met a very special man. The two endured much strife, helping each other overcome various ordeals. In the end, they emerged victorious. The special man thawed the Ice Princess's ice-cold heart and dried her dampened spirits. The two vowed to love each other for the rest of time. They lived happily ever after. But what happens after happily ever after? They're fucking dead. That's what that means. Her Highness, Crown Princess. Oh, fuck. Let's fucking do our use. Done. You. Starry sky. Choose your path. The fun fact about me, I love deep colors. My favorite colors are purple and black. I'm really drawn to the... Rod? Who the fuck is Rod? Fritz. Claude. Waltz. Isn't that a dance? Chevalier. You know what, let's go with the Broad. Why not? He's purple. The Wish, Chapter 1. The transitions are really something. Slot is available. I would like to save. Oh. Nice. How much else do I have? 6, 1, 12, 18, 24, 32. No. 24, 30, 36, 42, 48, 54. That's fine. Plenty. Is it parfait? Is this truly what you want, Prince Rod? Remember that a wish is different from a curse. Once it has been cast, it cannot be reversed. Rod, I'm sure. I've been pacing in front of the palace gates for what feels like an hour, unable to stand still because I am so agitated. Where's the messenger? He was supposed to be here 30 minutes ago. I like my hair, though. Could it be that Rod has forgotten to write to me? My heart drops. He will not forget. Right. It is as this depressing thought surfaces that the messenger approaches the gates. Good morning, Your Highness. Hello, messenger, who does not have eyes. How you doing? I cannot help but sigh. Oh, I cannot help the sigh that escapes my lips. You arrived later than usual today. Do you have any letters for me? Indeed. The messenger rummages through his bag until he pulls out an envelope embellished with intricate golden swirls. He hands it to me with a flourish. I recognize the envelope's design immediately. Rod always uses the same stationery. I also have one letter for His Majesty and another for Princess Emmeline. I can deliver them. But Your Highness, it is my job. I insist. Shall I make it in order? Baffled, the messenger hands the letters to me. Thank you. No, I should be the one thanking you. Have a pleasant day. I turn toward the palace as the messenger departs. Emmeline. I think it's Emmeline. Is in the middle of a lesson, but she'll deliver her letter to her afterward. But father should be unoccupied. Knock knock, bitch. I find the king on his throne, eyes glued to a piece of parchment in his hands. He looks up when I step into the room. King Gennaro? Gennaro. One of those. One of those is gonna stick. I don't know which one it's gonna be, but it's gonna be one of them. Good morning, Iris. Good morning, Father. How you doing? Father. Haley started calling him that about a year ago, when the two of us first began trying to mend our relationship. I'm noticing a theme with the games that I play. We never have a good relationship with our dad. Oh no. It was awkward at first, but even slow progress is a step forward. I have a letter for you. Father raised an eyebrow and glances at the envelope in my hand. Is there a reason you are delivering this letter? I was already waiting for the messenger. Ah, this is the first time this is the first letter you've received all week, isn't it? I understand your enthusiasm. Give me 1 sec. Back in action. I turn away, inwardly cursing the heat in my cheeks. Father chuckles. Now to be young and in love. Gonna be me. He accepts a letter from me and pries open the seal. If you don't need me for anything, then you are excused, Iris. I curtsy before heading toward the doors. Behind me, I can hear the king chuckling. I turned curious, and I was surprised to see him grinning. I wonder what Rod wrote to him. Can't help but wonder as I exit the throne room. This is our room? I see. The Disney knockoffs really are something, aren't they? In my room, I perch myself on the edge of the bed and under the seal on the envelope. Parchment smells so much like Rod's perfume. It makes my heart sink. I miss him so much. I unfold the paper and start reading. Iris. I apologize for my belated response. I've been so busy with preparations for the Queen's birthday that I barely had a moment to myself these past few weeks. I told you before how ridiculously grand the parties in Brigantina are, right? What the fuck is Brigantina? You know I don't enjoy that kind of decadence. So you can imagine how uncomfortable I am being forced to socialize with Burganation royals for an entire evening. It was a nightmare. I can help but smile as I imagine the scowl Rod must have been wearing that night. But I'm happy to say my hard work has paid off. The Queen was delighted with my dance choreography. I'm not surprised by the Queen's praise. I know how skilled a dancer Rod is. I set the letter down on my lap with a sigh. Unbidden, I find my mind wandering back to the day Rod was whisked away to Brugantia. I'm gonna figure out how to say this. It was shortly after Parfait granted Rod's wish. Rod offered him a position as Brugantia's royal dance instructor, and Rod immediately took him up on the offer. He insisted that if he wanted to prove himself worthy of my hand, he needed to recraft his reputation from the ground up. I insisted such a thing was unnecessary, but Rod was unwilling to compromise. I turned the letter with a sigh. I hope all is well at the palace, and that M isn't causing you too much trouble. I miss you, Iris. I can't wait to see you again. I promise to write again soon. I love you. P.S. Sebby says he misses you too. The letter ends there. And it is a good thing, for my vision has started to blur with tears. I rubbed them away with the back of my hand. He did not even bother to say when he plans on next visiting. Does he even miss me? I clenched my fingers into a fist, and startled when I noticed electricity sparking at my knuckles. I closed my eyes, took a few deep breaths, and when I opened my eyes again, the sparks are gone. Of course we're a magical girl. Of course! Why wouldn't we be? What else would we fucking be? My magic is a temperamental thing, which is why I have to consciously tone down my emotions until I have mastered my magic completely. It does not help that my position as the Tunabrarum bearer makes my magic more sensitive to negative emotions. If I'm not careful, the negativity overwhelms my rationality. My face said I must possess a strong mind and heart, that is easier said than done. I fall back on my bed with a groan, and roll the negative thoughts away. And it's been over a year since Rod left Brugantina, and while he does his best to visit us when he can, it has been a full 2 months since I last saw him. Why did he ever make that wish? 2 years ago, our relationship started with secrets. At first, the only people who knew about us were Emelina and Ophelia, and the king. Even though Rod and I were not related by blood, and have never grown up together, we were still wary of how our relationship must appear to the public. That is why we did not share our relationship to the populace. Still, secrecy was hardly a solution. In the end, we turned to magic. Okay, but is she cute? Wait, why is she cute? I love the hairpin. She cute. What the fuck? The fairies can grant wishes. How did I not know of this? Because the wishes can be just as dangerous as curses. Parfait clasps her hands. That's Parfait? Hi, Parfait. A long time ago, fairies granted wishes for those who prayed for them. Over time, humans came to depend on the wishes for happiness. She shakes her head. They saw wishes as a convenient magic. But true happiness cannot be obtained by wishing for it. It is something that must be worked toward. And besides, Granting so many wishes caused an imbalance between the crystallum. Would that not have been preferable? Life without negativity sounds like a dream. There's gotta be a balance, dude. And it shall remain a dream. The Tenebrarum exists for a reason. Remember, there is no light without darkness, Iris. Too much happiness can make a human selfish and gullible. Humans would be ill-equipped to recognize threats and danger in that state. The balance is vital. Thus, a new rule was established. Every fairy was allowed to grant only one single wish. The fairies were able to grant wishes this whole time, then. Knowing to wishes used to counter the curses during Mother's rule. You know that witches cannot remove their own curses. The same is true for fairies. We cannot nullify a curse with the power of a wish. In addition, wishes have many limitations, the most important being that they cannot be used to harm anyone. Believe me, Princess, we had many humans wishing for the demise of the witches during the Great War. That bunny man is Rod? Or is Rod the bunny? Honestly, it'd be funny if it was just Stuffed Rabbit. Couldn't they have just wished for the witch's anger to disappear? We do not have the power to change a person's heart. Besides that, the Tenebrarum overpowered the Lucius during the war, which made it impossible for fairies to even grant wishes. Wish granting takes a significant amount of energy after all. Parfait crosses her arms and smiles. It is tinged with melancholy. Let's return to the topic at hand. If your concern is that you are both perceived as family, then, if Prince Rod wishes it, I can make him a commoner. Huh? Rod's eyebrows are furrowed. You can tell he's deep in thought. Don't tell me you are considering this, Rod. My curse led to no end of trouble for my family. I blame myself for the sudden and difficult lifestyle changes we all had to undergo. But now, after all this time, they've become accustomed to living as royals. I can't just take that away from them. I won't uproot their lives like that again. Not again. We can find another way, one that does not require such sacrifices. Rod remained silent. Rod? Sorry, Iris. That's when I found out that Parfait had already spoken to Rod about wishes earlier. He had even consulted Ophelia and Emmeline. Emmeline? What am I calling her? Emmeline. There, done. I'm gonna forget. Before asking me to accompany him to the tavern that day. So he made his wish. This time, he wished to become a commoner rather than a prince. However, unlike the curse, his wish did not affect Ophelia and Emmeline. It was only Rod that no one remembers. Even now, I am saddened by the fact that he made that decision without considering my feelings. Both of our lives were turned upside down in a heartbeat, and I barely had any time to prepare for it. A knock at the door jolts me from my reverie. Who is it? It's Emmeline. It's me. May I come in? You may. Oh, is she cute too? Good morning, Iris. She glanced at the open letter on my bed. I take it that's from Rod. Indeed. He also has a letter for you too. It's on the table. Emmeline's face brightens up as she picks up the envelope. Did he say anything about when he plans to return? She sighs as I shake my head. He's as tight-lipped as always. Within me, only Ophelia, Emmeline, the king, and the marching-goers recall Rod's true identity. At first there were doubts about whether Parfait could keep their memories of him intact. In the end, it was only possible because she enlisted the help of her cousin, Sina. Sina, who is said to become the next Lucius Bearer, had enough power to fine-tune the parameters of Rod's wish. The single caveat was Rod's only requirement. Being so close to his own family, he refused to make his wish without knowing for certain they would remember him. I can only imagine how difficult this distance is for you and Ophelia. Emmeline shakes her head. We miss him, but we also know he's doing something he wants to do. Emmeline plops down on the bed beside me. What he is doing is unnecessary. Rod says that what he is doing is for the both of us, yet he made the decision to go to Brigantia on his own. Emmeline gives my hand a gentle squeeze. You know, he only went because he felt he needed to prove himself worthy of your hand. What did that even matter? Ophelia was a baker when father married her. Rod loves you, Iris. That was apparent to all of us. It's why we decided to support his decision. We want you both to be happy. Emmeline pats me on the shoulder, then rises from the bed with a smile. Look at the time. I meant to come in and check on you, but I've taken up so much of your time. Literally, you just showed up. You're fine. I'll show myself out now. I don't want you to be late for your magic lessons. Please don't be how to date a magical girl. I beg. Thank you, Emmeline. Of course, I'm always happy to help. Emmeline gives me a quick hug before leaving. I turn my attention to Rod's letter. He's probably right back, but I'm still irritated he did not provide a date for his next visit. How does he plan to keep me waiting? Right back. Oh wait, we get to see the meter. Right? No? Monday? We should be getting a meter. He's just stop being so opaque. Then I'll be honest with him. I'm going to give him peace of my mind. Oh no! Sit on the table and begin to compose my letter. Is this our decision or not? Done. Now to have it delivered. I glance at the clock, realizing it's almost time for my magic lessons with Waltz. I take a deep breath and will away my gloomy thoughts before heading to the forest. It never showed me if it was a good thing or not. I guess that means it wasn't. It's been 3 days since I received Rod's letter, and I'm still agitated by it. Does he not miss me? Iris, hi Waltz. I was sure a shield at the last minute. I was barely managing to block Waltz's magic as it came racing toward me. Hi! You sure are Waltz, aren't you? Lots of crosses. You were distracted. If this was a real battle, you would have been hurt. Sorry. Waltz sighs as he rubs the back of his neck. Let's call it a day. Okay. If you don't mind me asking, is this about Rod? No. Liar. Waltz just smiles at me innocently as I scowl at him. You're as easy to read as always, Princess. Are you sure you don't want to talk about it? It is nothing. Doesn't seem like it. It's just being in a long-distance relationship is difficult. I never wanted this. A dent appears between Waltz's eyebrows, Cut him off before he can respond. Forget I said anything. Apologize for wasting your time today. I will do better next time. Waltz looks at me worriedly. Would you at least like to stop by the Martian before heading back to the palace? Surely Parfait and Delora would be glad to see you. Anais, too. It's been a while since you visited. I think I would like that. It will be a good distraction from my thoughts. Rose and I began to walk to the Martian together. Thankfully, because he is a witch, so well trusted by Father, there's no need for a knight escort today. The quiet companionship is nice. Waltz does not bother me while I mull over my thoughts. And Anais is cute! Princess. Oh, is it Anais? Like Star Anais? I think it's Anais. My bad. Anais greets me first when I step into the Martian. Hello, Anais. It's been a while. It's been weeks. God, Anais is so cute. Make yourself at home while I prepare the Martian's special hot chocolate. Through the doorway into the notably empty tavern area and raise an eyebrow. Do you not have any customers today? We're closed early today for a restock. I see. Anais smiles again before disappearing into the kitchen. Take a seat at the settee. Waltz is across from me. I look around and realize how quiet the Martian is. Even though it has been 2 years since I left this place, I am still not accustomed to seeing it so empty. I don't believe this place was so crowded before, but now. The Martian is just an ordinary tavern. Anais and Walt were the only boarders that who remained after I started breaking the fairy tale curses. Garland and Jurian have returned to the Order of Caldera, and Cavalier to his clinic. Claude, of course, returned to his own kingdom. Though it feels rather empty now, I'm glad to know everyone still visits occasionally. This quiet is still so strange. Such has changed since you broke the fairy tale curses. Also, I'm the bad bitch. Nice. Not all of them. There are still people out there who are cursed. Don't worry. They'll keep coming to you as the word spreads. As the world spreads. God. The moment I can read. Fucking over for everyone. That's the thing. How come I play visual novels if I can't fucking read? I feel like that's counterproductive. Anyway, I mentioned before that Delora and I might be able to help you find a way to drain the curse magic entirely from the Tenebrarum. Oh my god, I had it earlier and then I lost it because I fooled. Tenebrarum. That's fine. That would solve the issue entirely. It is at times like this that my thoughts shift to Fritz. I have not seen him for 2 years, not since I became the Tenebrarum bearer. Myth, who is now the fairy's prisoner, confessed to inflicting the fairy tale curse upon himself. Why? When we asked him for Fritz's location, the emir was too late to reverse the curse. Oh my god, I missed a key thing. When we asked him for Fritz's location, he refused, claiming it was too late to reverse the curse. Even now, we have no idea of Fritz's whereabouts. I think about Sir Fitzgerald. Look of surprise. How did you know? I've been worrying about him ever since you found out he was cursed. Right now, all we can do is have faith he'll return one day. And maybe, if we can expel the curse from the crystal entirely, he'll come back without a curse. It truly would be the best case scenario. The room is briefly silent before I look up at Waltz, curious. About you, Waltz. What are your plans for the future? Well, I've only ever wanted one thing. Now that it's happened, I have to think about something else. No. It's not important. Just some happiness for a friend. I eye him skeptically. Is there nothing else? Something for you? Right now, I'm happy just focusing on my students. There's a twinkle in Waltz's eye when he mentions them, but I cannot help but smile. Waltz has been teaching young witches how to use their magic for about a year now. Apparently he's very good with children, which makes him an excellent tutor. I'm glad I am no longer his only student. I'm grateful Lady Parfait kept the Merchant open. The Merchant open. It's a great place to teach. I can imagine. Speaking of Parfait, how was her training with Sina, whoops. I only met Sina once, and that was when Rod made his wish. I do not know much about him, except for the fact he is Parfait's cousin, and next in line to be the bearer of the Crystalium Locus. It was Lucius. I've only met him once, but can tell he has a strong personality. Sina's very talented, but he can be difficult. That sounds like him. Right. But if anyone can smooth down frayed edges, it's Parfait. Anise returns with 3 mugs of hot chocolate. We spent some time catching up. Later, after I drink my mug, I excuse myself to head back to the palace. Unfortunately, because it is late, I do not have the chance to see either Parfait or Delora. There's always next time. Bye, Anise! I say my goodbyes to Anise before heading back to the palace with Waltz as my escort. Later, after Waltz leaves, I'm walking toward my room when a maid appears before me. Eyeless Jack over here, goddamn, where are the eyeballs? I feel like that's the curse of this place. No one has eyes. She bows. Good evening, Your Highness. His Majesty has asked for you in the throne room. Father, what could he want from me at this hour? I will be there shortly. The maid bows again before walking away. Father was standing in front of the window when I arrived, his gaze far away. You asked me, Father. Ah, there you are. He uses it for me to stand beside him, and turns his attention back to the window. Follow his gaze to a spectacularly beautiful full moon. Beautiful night, is it not? Indeed. Father, why have you called for me? Iris. His change in tone is concerning, and I am tense when he turns toward me. I've called you here to discuss a special ball that I'd like to throw you next month. It does not take long for a familiar irritation to start burning in my heart. Would this be the suitor's ball by any chance? Yet another ball meant to pressure me into finding a husband. Well, you are well past the traditional marrying age for royalty, but you know the reason why I'm unmarried. Got my hands in tight fists. I refuse to have this ball. Nothing you do or say will change my mind. Father sighs and rubs his temples. And here I thought I could surprise you. Surprise me? If that is your goal, then this is the most unpleasant surprise. It wouldn't be so unpleasant if you would just let him finish what he has to say. Voice comes from behind me. It's a voice I had not heard in months. I turned to stare at the man approaching us. He wears a familiar, endearing scowl. I ran to him without thinking and threw my arms around his neck. Rabbit Man! He let out a breathless laugh as he sets his hands on the swallowed back. GamesRHard. I climbed him tightly, hardly believing that he's here. But I can feel his breath against my neck when he speaks, and I know for certain it is no dream. Beck, sorry for making you wait so long. Burned my face in his chest, relishing his warmth. I can feel tears welling in my eyes, and my happiness. I do not bother to brush them away. The first time in months, I feel buoyant. It's been so long since I embraced him. Where's your rabbit, sir? That was like the best part. That was trash, man. Eventually, I pull myself away and try to compose myself, but I cannot wipe the smile from my face. What are you doing here? Why did you not tell me you were coming? I turned to Father. What's going on? Remember that letter you gave me a few days ago? You told me to expect him on this day, but to not tell you because he wanted it to be a surprise. And the ball? Father laughs. It'll be a celebratory night, not a suitor's ball. Because of your hard work as the Tenebrorum bearer, this kingdom has known peace for the first time in a while. Iris. It is only natural we show our appreciation. I misunderstood. Yeah, you really fucked up there. Father, I apologize for jumping to conclusions. Father waves a dismissive hand. There's no need for apologies. Now, I shall leave you two alone. I can imagine you have a lot of catching up to do. He smiles at us before taking his leave. Finally alone, I turn to Rod with a scowl. Why do you have that look on your face? Because you don't have the fucking rabbit on your shoulder. Let me guess. You are mad because I made you wait so long. The decision thing has never popped up. I really don't know if I'm making the night roll. I can read you like an open book, Iris. And I can tell that you're mad. That's the case, and there's no reason for you to probe further, is there? Rob sighs and scratches his head. Can we not fight? It's not how I imagined a reunion would go. I know it's my fault you're mad, and I'm sorry. I'll apologize as many times as you need me to. I sigh. It's impossible for me to remain angry at him, especially after being separated for so long. Rod runs a hand through his hair and smiles. So much for making this a surprise. I would have preferred you notifying me. I should have realized. I do like surprises. They just have to be the right kind. Rod sighs. I have to do better next time, then. A soft but comfortable silence ensues after he makes his promise. I take advantage of the moment to study him. It's only been 2 months, and it feels like he changed so much since last I saw him. Stop staring at me like that. Rod turns away, his cheeks dusted pink. But he's still the same awkward Rod. I pause, realizing a certain plush toy is conspicuously missing from his shoulder. Where's Sebby? He's back in my room. You know how much he babbles. I didn't want him to ruin a reunion. At least he can't read your thoughts anymore. That doesn't stop him from trying to do it anyway, and he succeeds most of the time. Rod has a hand onto his hip. Have you been faring lately? I've been well, all things considering. The nightmares. Ever since I became the Tenebrorum bearer, nightmares have become more intense. It is an unfortunate side effect of the negativity gathered in the crystallium. The nightmares are worse when I'm under a high level of stress. My nightmares have intensified these past few months on account of my worry for Rod. But he just came back. I do not need to worry him about such things. Rod frowns when I do not answer. They're getting worse, aren't they? They are, but they are still manageable. Rod closes the distance between us and wraps me in his arms. I'm sorry. I know it's my fault. You are not to blame for this. I am the Tenebrorum bearer. Having nightmares is just an unfortunate side effect of my job. But I made them worse. That I cannot deny. Gently push Rod back so I can look at him. That's why you need to make it up to me. I'll do my best. He says the words with such a serious expression that I can't help but giggle. Why are you laughing at me? I miss your glower. Rod sighs and shakes his head. Do you have to point out every time my face changes? If it embarrasses you, then yes. Close his throat. Anyway, I'm gonna get up to you. We're gonna go somewhere together soon to help you relax. I stare at him. The two of us in public. My heart flutters at the thought. We have been hiding our relationship for so long that we have been unable to go anywhere together in public. So long as we're discreet, I think we can make it work. Where do you want to go? Oh no. Why did I almost do that? That was stupid. Go to the forest. It's been a while since we last visited the forest. I heard there are apples on some of the trees now, and the two of us used to dance there. It was always my favorite time of the day. As if Rod could read my mind, raise an eyebrow and smiles. It's always been a good place to dance. Yes. Alright, the forest it is. We can avoid crowds altogether that way. Let's at the window, the moon hanging high in the sky. It's late. You should get some sleep. I'll escort you back to your room. The last thing I want is to start unnecessary rumors. It's a shame, but he definitely has a point. If the servants saw him leading me back to my room now, they'd be confused. Rod is, after all, still a visitor in these halls. I must be making a face because Rod grins as he sets a hand on my shoulder. Rest assured, I'll still be here in the morning. I stare at him in surprise. Wait, are you staying the night? Russ nods, smiling. I'm shocked in silence. Whenever Rod comes to see us, he always stays the night at the March-in to avoid unnecessary gossip regarding his visits. I'll explain tomorrow. When I continue to stare at him, he rolls his eyes. Not a witch, you know. Can't teleport to Bergantia that quickly. I promised I will be here in the morning. I'll leave you to that promise then. Return to smile before leaving the throne room. Bye. Spend the night pondering Rod's sudden reappearance. Said he wanted to surprise me. But is there another reason he showed up so suddenly? He said the ball went really well. I feel like he's ready to ask for your hand. Emmeline! Iris, it's me. I opened the door to find Emmeline, smiling at me so brightly she seems to shine. So, did you see him? Let me guess, everyone knew he was coming except for me. Well, it wouldn't have been much of a surprise if you knew. Emmeline closes the door behind her and walks over to sit on the bed. I know she had her hands behind her back. What if I told you we had another guest? No. Aha! There it is! Yay! Woo! Emmeline shifts, and I can see now that she's grasping a very familiar plush toy in her hands. Sebby! Oh my god, the rabbit can talk! Yes! Hello, Princess. Long time no see. I love him. I reach forward and to pet him affectionately on the head. It's good to see you again. I hope you've been taking good care of Rod. Of course. I've been standing in for Ophelia this whole time. I'm glad Rod still brings Sebby around with him. Emmeline sighs and falls back against the bed with a content smile. It's so nice to have Rod and Sebby back. Should have seen Mother last night. She was in tears. My heart sinks when I notice Emmeline's gloomy expression. It's unfortunate we can't openly show him any affection. Right, because the surface of nobles would be confused to see the royal family treating an outsider with such fondness. I'm sorry. Why are you apologizing, Iris? You didn't do anything wrong. I'm the reason Rod is no longer part of the family. I'm the reason he is no longer your brother. Nonsense. No matter what, Rod is still and will always be my little brother. Little brother. Emmeline laughs. I know he definitely doesn't look little anymore, but it's not his height. Oh, but it's not like his height changes anything. She smiles wistfully. When we were younger, I remember adamantly telling him he would never be as tall as me. He snapped at me, and from that day on, he drank at least one glass of milk every day. Sounds to me like nothing's changed. Rod still drinks at least a glass of milk a day, you know. The thought of a younger, irritable Rod makes her smile. Oh? Emmeline sits up suddenly, staring at the clock. It's true, time really does fly when you're in good company. But it's about time to get going. Emmeline grabs my hand. Before I realize what's happening, she's pulling me out into the corridor with her. And with that, I'm going to go ahead and end this episode here. So thank you very much for watching, and hopefully I will see you later.